Dead End Hip Hop Conversations.
Mike's down, Dead End Hip Hop.
Dead End Hip Hop Conversations. We're here with Night Wonder. What's good, homie? Peace to the A. Dead End Hip Hop.
Hip Hop Minute.
What up, though? This B give you the Hip Hop Minute. If you in the Atlanta area, make sure you check out Kendrick Lamar, Corey Guns at the Loft, August 27th, man. Make sure y'all check out for that. Also, man, the A3C is coming. Get your ticket. We are going to be there. Dead End Hip Hop will be there at the A3C, man. Over 80 artists, man. Gene Gray, Sky Zoo, Ninth Wonder, Sean Price, Random Max, just to name a few, man. Make sure y'all come out there. Also, man, follow the crew. BC430. Follow me. Follow me on Twitter. Ken, Feefo, Mike C Town, man. Oh yeah. Also, man, shout out the winners too, man, for the contest, man. Appreciate y'all checking us out. And congratulations again to the winners, first, second, and third place winners, man. Hope y'all enjoy y'all gifts. We're gonna send y'all an email also for details, so man, make sure y'all check out for that. Dead End Hip Hop.
Why is hip hop the only genre that disrespects its legends and pioneers? You know, basically, why can a pioneering hip hop artist not really come out today and do things and still stay relevant?
We have quite a lot of people will be featured on this particular show because we wanted to make sure that we covered as many, different demographics as possible. So we have, Gerardo and Feefo here with us, who represent that 20 age bracket.
The young motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Joining us from Twitter is at Ryan. How do you say that? Falcon? Falcon. And this is a moment I have been waiting for him to join us on a show.
Yep.
Because if there is anybody I know on Twitter, there's nobody more live than Ryan, than this guy right here, man. There's nothing you can tell him that will make him change his mind.
That's why we've been wanting you on here forever, because we know you ain't gonna back down. You ain't gonna just be put in the corner and say, okay, yeah, y'all right. You gonna say, nope, y'all wrong till you die.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, motherfucker.
Right.
So let's go. So here's the thing. What I want to know to kick it off is, what in the hell did krs-one do to you guys? At being the young cats. What did he do? What did they do?
Man, KRS didn't necessarily do anything
So what's
to
the
me.
problem?
Why don't you care about him like the rest of us do?
Like you should.
Well, you put like this. I respect him for what he's done. You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't put out any. Well, he has. But I really didn't. I don't know. Personally, I haven't checked him out because I know he dropped the album in the 2000s sometime.
He's dropped many albums in the 2000s.
Okay. So I just haven't checked him out.
Here we go, people. See it?
I just haven't.
But
checked
why
him out.
though?
I'd rather listen to his old stuff. That's just me. I'd rather listen to the stuff when he was in the 80s and 90s. The 2000 stuff, I don't know. Like I don't disrespect him. I don't disrespect him as a legend. I just like, it's almost like Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the Washington Wizards Jordan. I'd rather watch 96 Jordan, 95 Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just, KRS, I don't want to listen to his new stuff. I want to listen to his old stuff.
KRS was big in the 90s, so you also have to think about it that hip hop today is mostly youth, like a lot of youth fans. A lot of them are young. So if he was big in the 90s, so if he tried to change his style to hip hop today, it might not be as good or what he's used to. So it might not be as good as the music that he put out in the 90s because he has to change his style to try and bring more fans in that are younger from today.
To fit in? Because I think because he's not changing his style. So you're saying that's the problem because he doesn't change his style to like interact with the younger generation?
I don't think it's even that the younger generation doesn't respect what guys like him did in the 90s. I just think it's because they either don't know who it is or they just don't like the type of music he's making because it's not the type of rap they're used to. They're used to guys like Lil Wayne and Drake and guys like that and Kanye West who really added more music to it, and they're not used to that type of 90s rap.
So, what is it though? Is it because, do you guys really look at them like they're old and you don't want to hear what they have to say?
I feel like that they want to make their type of music the way they did in the 90s, and it doesn't work. It's not the type of music that a lot of people want to hear today. Is almost what I'm trying to say.
Yo, and the thing is, remember, me and you always talk about this. Where hip hop is today, hip hop has always been like a young type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's always been young. Like if you look at hip hop now, in the commercial aspect, Jay-Z's the only one that's still relevant. That's old as hell.
Relevant to who though?
And
But to the masses,
He said it Nas.
okay, and Nas, but I'm just saying to like to the commercial people, the people that listen to radio stuff, that listen to that type of stuff. Because back then, Rakim, KRS, they all got radio play.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that they can't get radio play now because hip hop is like commercially is very young. It's a young thing, and it's always been a young thing.
Hip hop from the 90s, I mean, even if you listen to hip hop from the 90s hip hop is very like raw beat and rap. And today hip hop has so much more like music into it. So the people that really enjoy hip hop today, they might not like the 90s rappers because 90s rap is much more raw than it is today.
If KRS-One dropped a track with Drake, do you think anybody would really be looking for it? Like anyone would really want to check it out? Like would you be interested in going to see it or going to check it out and see what it's like?
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear it. Definitely, yeah. I just don't think a lot of the youth people that won't be checking for it are people that just don't know who it is. Just don't know who KRS is.
A lot of people won't be like, oh, did y'all see that new artist, KRS-One?
No,
Yeah,
I think
think
what they'll do is they'll be like, why is Drake doing this song with this old motherfucker? That's what they would say.
That's gonna be a response. That's gonna
That's
be
what
a
the
response.
response.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
a lot of
I think so. I think even beyond the fact that it is KRS-One, I mean, you could throw in a slew of rappers from the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
Yeah, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane,
Anybody.
Kool Mo D. You know, all you hear are jokes about how they are old. You know, why and how does Jay-Z get a pass? Or Nas? Because Nas still kind of around right now.
He made songs with Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying because he interacts?
I don't know. I just think that like you said, there's only a few that's been able to come from early 90s into the 2000s and still be relevant. And it's very interesting. I can't pinpoint. I don't know exactly why. But when Nas comes out, I still check out for him. I still check out for Jay. But like from the people from the 90s,
But when Rakim drops an album, you don't care, don't you?
Right.
you know what? I don't.
Exactly, yes.
You know what? But the thing is, I guess I have my personal favorites because I'll check out Jadakiss. I was the one that told y'all the mixtape sucked, and Jadakiss is
But
still one of.
Jadakiss isn't a pioneer.
He's not.
Okay, he's not a pioneer.
Right,
but
so yeah.
I don't know.
But you
man.
gotta go earlier than that, though, man. You gotta go with.
Actually, Jay-Z's the only one from the 90s that a lot of people, that's still like popular and mainstream. Because if I can just say something else, like in my music class, you have to pick somebody to do a project on, hip hop, anybody. And the teacher said, she's like, oh, who did Nas? And I was like, I was the only one that knew that. I was like, oh, it's Nas. And I was the only one in my class who knew who Nas was.
Wow.
And I was amazed at the fact that I was the only one that knew who Nas was. So even people, I was like, you guys don't listen to like this type of rap? And everyone's like, nah, man, Lil Wayne's the best today. And I'm just sitting here saying that's what it is. It's not that I don't respect them for what they've done. It's just not the type of rap they're used to. Like, they're like, oh, that I'm on one track? Wayne just killed it. I was like in my head, I'm thinking, like, that's one of the worst verses I've ever heard. Like,
Why are they not connected? I mean, I guess somebody help me with that.
Is it the fans' fault?
Is lyricism not cool anymore? Because I mean, when you put on a Rakim album, that's what you hear is lyricism. You hear him rhyming. Even when you put on his later stuff, you hear rhyming. Seven Seal, you hear rhyming. So why is lyricism not interesting? It seems like it's more interesting to hear people talking about popping champagne bottles and big booties and shit. Why is that more interesting than lyricism?
But is it the fans' fault? Is it our fault as hip hop fans not I guess you want to say bridging the gap to the younger generation? No,
We've tried.
No, because if I go to Feefo and say, yo, Big Daddy Kane dropping a new album, what will you tell me?
Be honest.
Be
All
honest.
right,
My first.
Be honest. No, yeah.
Okay. I'd be like, oh, okay. And if one of you guys said that it was hot, I would definitely go check it out. I wouldn't go check it out on my own.
But would you care?
This is Big Daddy Kane.
No, I'm really trying to think.
I can tell you right now that you would laugh. You would laugh.
You wouldn't laugh.
Come on, Rob.
If Big Daddy Kane say he got to do album,
You'd be like,
I'd be like,
Oh, motherfucker,
okay,
still rapping?
okay, he has a new
So if I
album.
came to you and
Him and
said,
Jay-Z
"Sid,"
is pretty much almost like the
Personally,
same age,
I would just be like, okay, he has
Personally,
an album.
the person that I feel that keeps it a little relevant and still with the old flavor is Ghostface. Personally.
That's a,
But he's not.
Ghostface hasn't really changed his style.
But
in the past
Ghostface,
15
but
years.
at
Sure
the same
haven't.
time, he still does them tracks where he's rhyming about being in the club and popping bottles. He still he rap
Not like that, though.
not like that, but he still does it where he integrates that lifestyle into his rap. It's not so much fucking bling bling, but he's still
So it's
talking
the
about
content.
it.
That's the issue.
I think it is the content.
so
And
hip hop
you know
sold
what?
out.
No, wait, hold on. Let me go back to the Big Daddy Kane thing.
Nas said it himself.
that's a
Nas
good
said it
point.
himself in the Hip Hop Is Dead track when he was talking about Jay-Z, saying that Jay-Z took his role and exploited it. He made money out of what he was doing. Nas, on the other hand, fell back. He still got his fan base, but he's not making fucking $30,000 fucking dollars off of one show. You know
And
what
he
I'm saying?
dropped a single, he can't even get on the radio.
Right.
The one thing I do have to say is that another good example is Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang was really big in the 90s. Like Wu-Tang dropped an album a few weeks ago. It didn't do very well because the majority of rap youth fans today don't want to listen to something like Wu-Tang because that's not the type of rap that they, I guess, got into. They like to listen to the Lil Wayne, the Big Sean, the Drake. That's the type of stuff that they want to listen to. They don't want to listen to stuff like Wu-Tang.
I mean, what happened?
But he's right.
Hip-hop
If you think
changed.
about it, listen, Wu-Tang isn't fun. Wu-Tang isn't youthful. They're not talking about going to the club and having a good time. I think maybe that's where the issue is. Like who hot right now is really spitting like hard rhymes? They're spitting soft, youthful, happy shit.
but that goes back to Ralph saying that it's a
It's
young man.
content.
It's a young man's game.
Too much love in hip hop. Back in the 90s, when it started, it was bred off competition. And competition makes people step their game up all the time. You can't even in hip hop. And now, when's the last time we heard like a real relevant diss track? Right. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's just friendly. Oh, I'm your boy. Let's go make money. Let's make a track. Man, fuck that. If you crap, and I think you crap, go say that shit. Make a diss record.
Or if you're the best and the other rapper claiming he's the best, prove at him. Prove
So
him
why
right.
how come Stevie Wonder can put on a concert and sell out? But I mean KRS-One. We use KRS-One really because everybody know who he is. Why can't he sell out?
Because he hasn't stayed.
Why wouldn't you
like
go
Jay-Z.
see KRS-One?
Because he hasn't stayed Wonder has. Where's Stevie Wonder?
That's true. Right. But I'm a Stevie Wonder fan.
This is a good
That's-
point.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, why wouldn't you go see KRS-One?
Okay, but let me ask you this. At the same time, if Stevie Wonder puts out a show, right, and he'll sell out, I'm not going to that. You're gonna go to that, right? A lot of his demographic is still a lot of the older people.
And is Stevie Wonder is Stevie Wonder coming out with new songs in that concert, or is he going to old classics that he's
Exactly.
performing about?
But so it's
Well,
KRS.
it's
When
the
KRS-One
KRS-One
plays live, like
So I'm
last time I
sure-
saw him, he played the majority of old material.
Criminal
Right, and
Minds.
I'm sure people will go to that show.
Ryan, would you go to see KRS-One?
Honestly, probably not.
Why?
To be honest, because I really don't listen to his stuff. Because like I said, he was big in the '90s, and I don't really
Right.
listen to it.
You wouldn't be interested to know what the original hip hop lifestyle is, because I know personally, a couple years back in Chicago, I went to it was called the Underground Record Shop, and literally what it was a small ass fucking bodega with racks of 12-inch vinyls, some CDs on the wall. In the back, it was a straight graffitied out little fucking HUD shack with a little stage, and KRS-One was there with 2 bodyguards. That bitch was packed to the outside.
I'm just saying I might not go to one of his shows.
But you wouldn't be intrigued to know the lifestyle? Would you
I'm
rather
saying-
go? Would you rather go to a concert where you gotta pay $90 to sit behind a bunch of dudes that are smoking weed and you won't be able to see the fucking guys, or would you rather go in there and be elbow bumping niggas to go to the front of the line to see KRS-One? Have that motherfucker slap your hand and be like, keep it moving.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see it, but I'm saying I'd still if I knew KRS-One was coming, I'd probably listen to some of his stuff, and if I liked some of his stuff, I might go see him. But also, I'd be one of the few 15-year-old white kids at a KRS-One show.
I disagree. When I saw KRS-One here,
There's a lot of kids.
there was a
man.
lot of white kids. Maybe not 15. Maybe not 15, but there were a lot of younger white kids there. I was actually surprised and happy to see that.
Going back to the Stevie Wonder thing, if you go to a Stevie Wonder show, how many of those people that are there are going to be teenagers?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's take it away from Stevie Wonder then, because I give you that.
Yeah.
But one of the things that the guy said that tweeted us the original comment was hip hop is the only genre that disrespects its pioneers. When you go see Metallica, how many people in the audience are going to be my age versus your age? I saw Metallica many times, and every time I've seen them, it's been a good split. If you go see Slayer, a lot of the audience is young. So it's like, why is it that those guys can look at the pioneers and respect them,
but
we don't?
Do they stay relevant? Does Metallica?
They keep putting, the Metallica, but the thing is, Metallica keeps putting out records, but they sound like they're older. But KRS-One sticks to his original formula as well. So does Slayer and Metallica, but they stay relevant. But KRS-One, sticking to his old style, he doesn't stay relevant. It's like, why is the...
Right, and you know the people that's going to go to those KRS joints is the people that like that kind of hip hop, if they're young or old. So it's the same thing with Metallica. If they're still making the same music, they're going to grab some of those kids that like that stuff.
But the same people that are going to see Metallica are going to go see Slipknot. But they're going to go see Disturbed. They're going to go see Nickelback. But they'll still listen to Metallica because they understand that this was the foundation. These are the guys that made it, popular and made it, relevant for people to like that kind of music.
You're very eclectic when it comes to the music selection that you listen to. You listen to a lot of stuff. So would you say, like all of these new groups, do they try to follow Metallica's format? You know what I'm saying? Do they try to like improve on what they've done? So basically the question is, has the metal genre changed vastly? Has it changed, or does it still have relatively the similar sound?
I mean, okay, so when you have more pop, I don't really listen to a lot of popular metal bands now because I think they're bad. But I've been to shows just because I know people that drag me to that kind of shit. And when you go see bands like that, you'll see dudes on stage. They won't be playing the same kind of music as Metallica, but you'll see them wearing Metallica shirts. You'll see them wearing Creator shirts, Voivod shirts, because they genuinely appreciate what those dudes did back in the 80s. You won't go see Lil Wayne rocking a fucking Lord Finesse shirt.
I feel
you see what I'm saying? So it's like those guys have a genuine respect. It's like hip hop artists today don't have a genuine respect for their pioneers.
And the point that I was trying to make was the fact that, to me, hip hop has changed greatly from when it began to where it is now.
So is metal. So is punk.
Okay,
so is jazz.
So that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking
So it's
to
on
you.
you, right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's changed a lot, because to me, hip hop has changed vastly, and yeah, R&B has changed, but it's always been about the voice.
But with the change with that change came disrespect. There came the young guys that are doing it that just really, honestly, some don't even listen or have not even listened to those guys or go back and even do their history research.
And I don't think it's
But how's it okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's disrespect. I think that, a lot of these young cats and stuff, I think it's all about getting mine. And I don't think it's like disrespecting you, but it's like I have to get mine because it's my time now. And I think that's their mentality for a lot of these young cats.
Why would you not go back and listen to what lyricists were doing when they created the art form? It's just like, again, if you're in a band, if you're in a metal band and you never ever go back and listen to Slayer and Metallica, it's like, what's wrong with you? Why would you not want to know what these dudes did to make your art form important?
If you wanted to be a rapper, like say someone who owned a label walked up to you and wanted to sign you because you wanted to be a rapper, would you make music like KRS-One makes music, or would you make music like Drake makes music?
You know my answer, so I asked them.
Not personally, he said if you're trying to make money.
Because, well, that's the thing. That's a hard question for me, because I wouldn't go into hip hop with the purpose of I just want to make money. I would go into hip hop because I love hip hop and I want to spread the message, spread the word.
Right.
So to answer his question, I would make music like KRS-One. I couldn't keep my integrity and make music
You
like
want
Drake.
to try to find a happy medium with that?
Oh man.
So you could get to that mass audience
because
to get your message out.
Integrity of hip hop, though.
What's the integrity of hip hop? What do you mean?
Like you said, you would try to maintain the integrity.
My integrity.
No, not that point. I'm sorry.
You
You said you want to spread the message of hip hop. What's the message of hip hop?
B-boy,
What's the message of
the
hip-hop?
elements, man, the
Well,
original
here's the thing,
elements.
Here's the thing. The message of hip hop has never been, let's go see how much money we can make.
Right.
Let's go see how much money we can spend. Let's see how many bitches we can get. Let's see how many champagne bottles we can pop.
I got a comment.
Go ahead.
To answer y'all question, the whole question is about why does hip hop disrespect their predecessors, so to speak. It's almost in their nature. Because hip hop was always been the appeal of it. It's what's new, what's fresh, what's hot. Why am I better than you? And that type of shit. So if you have that mentality as a part of your foundation, and when you grow, obviously you're gonna be like, yeah, that's not hot no more. What's next? That's not hot no more. What's next? So that's your whole perception. That is the allure of hip hop. So to say why the new people or why are the younger people not attracted to the old shit? Because it's old.
Well, no. That's
You
not
want to
the
replace
question. The
Feefo?
question is, I know, right? I thought you weren't gonna join in.